This video lesson accompanies the article Self-Control, 2 Research-Backed Strategies to Defeat Temptations published at successwords.com. This article is based on the famous Marshmallow Test conducted by Professor Walter Mischel and his colleagues at Stanford in the late 1960s and early 1970s. In this test, 4-year-old kids were given a marshmallow each. The kids loved marshmallows. They were told that if they didn't eat the marshmallow for 15 minutes, they would get a second one. So the kids could either get a smaller reward now or a bigger reward later. We often face a similar dilemma in our lives. Let's say that you are a student preparing for a critical exam. Let's also assume that, like most people, you enjoy surfing social media sites like Facebook. Surfing Facebook brings immediate but small pleasure. Studying brings greater pleasure in the form of better self-confidence, better knowledge, and a better life, but this greater reward comes much later. Like the marshmallow kids, you too have a choice to make: the smaller reward now or the greater reward later. In the experiment, 2/3 of all kids ate the marshmallow before 15 minutes. The researchers used the time for which a kid waited to eat the marshmallow as a measure of his self-control. They found that 10, 20, 30, and 40 years later, the success of the kids in various areas was directly proportional to their marshmallow wait times. This was probably because a 4-year-old who had little self-control grew up to be a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 20, 30, and 40-year-old with little self-control. These kids never learned how to control their temptations. The marshmallow researchers carefully studied the videos of the kids who could wait the full 15 minutes. They found that these kids used 2 strategies to resist eating the marshmallows. You too may have used these strategies sometimes. The first strategy is called distraction. The kids distracted their mind away from the marshmallow. They took it out of their sight, or they started playing a game with themselves or remembering a story. Similarly, you may take Facebook out of your sight by blocking it or switching off the internet, or you may start reading a book or talking to a colleague to take your mind away from the temptation. The second strategy is to reframe the reward in unattractive terms. Some kids reimagined the marshmallow as inedible items like a cotton ball or a cloud or a picture frame. So they no longer felt tempted to eat the marshmallow. Similarly, you could reimagine your Facebook news feed as a hall full of shallow people all blowing their own trumpet. Anything that makes the temptation distasteful to you. So in this lesson you have learned that self-control matters for your long-term success. The more you exercise your self-control muscle, the better it gets, and 2 strategies can aid self-control: distraction and reframing. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thanks for watching.